183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing Branch, Zenith Bank Agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo Branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing Branch, Zenith Bank Agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559.
There's a cab service you can book right now in Jalingo. Sounds like a dream, right? No, it's reality. Let Supercab get you transported to anywhere you want to go in Jalingo, and let them also run your errands for you while you sit at the comfort of your home. And guess what? It is affordable, reliable and fast. They run a 24-hour service. You can click the link attached to this video to download the app, or you can also download the app on Play Store. I'm so excited for this, and I know you are too. Use Supercab today and be happy. Bye.
And welcome to another edition of the program Students and Leadership Striking the Balance. This is a program where we look into issues affecting students, be it leadership, be it academic pursuits or any other endeavor. We bring in guests from time to time to discuss on issues that are affecting students and how these things can impact the lives of students in campus who have left their homes to come and study, to make their parents proud, to make their society proud. I am by name Moses Peter, your anchor, and I have two guests in the studio who are going to be looking at the topic for today, which is students and politics. By my right hand side, I have Comrade Isaac B. Militus. You are highly welcome to the program. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, and by my left hand side, I have Comrade Ephraim Tanimu. You are welcome to the program. Comrade Ephraim Tanimu is the former SUG General Secretary for Modibo Adama University, Yola, while Comrade Isaac B. Militus is the former National Union of Taraba State students here in Taraba State University. Okay, you are highly welcome to the program. Today we'll be discussing students and politics. All right, before we start, what do you think, why do you think students should perform or engage in politics?
Well, as a student leader, it is very vital for students to engage in politics because it gives them vast knowledge of helping the society, their fellow students, the institution in various ways, such as having networking connection with politicians outside. For instance, if the students are having a problem of accommodation, that overpopulation accommodation in the institutions, and maybe the institution have no ability to build new accommodation, and student leaders can reach out to their fellow friends, politicians outside. That is why I call it networking, to assist them in raising new accommodation that can assist the students. Thank you.
All right. The reason why I asked that question is to give us a background about what we are going to be discussing today, because I asked why students should engage in politics, because there are so many students that do not want to engage in politics. So I wanted my guests to give us a background about students and politics. Okay, I'm going to ask the first question to you, Mr. Ephraim. What are the benefits of student involvement in politics?
Right. There are a lot of benefits for students' engagement in politics, which are mentioned few, some of which are that it shapes the future leaders, which we all know that students are future leaders. So it shapes their leadership career, and also it amplifies students' voice, because as we all know, a lot of students in school don't have the voice to speak out. They may really have the voice, but they don't have the channel to speak to the authority. So as easy as speaking to their leaders to forward it to the right channel, which would be hard, as well as the benefits of student leaders as well is student leaders serve as mediator between management, school management, and the students as well. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. If you are a student, I hope you are watching this program, and I also want you to follow us on Facebook at Some TV and also at YouTube at Some TV Live. You can drop your comments, drop your suggestion about what we are discussing today, and my guests are here to answer your questions and your challenges. All right, over to you, Comrade Isaac. I want to ask you, should students prioritize the academic pursuit over political activism, or can they balance both? Should they prioritize the academic pursuit which they have left their home to come and engage in, or should they involve in political activism, or do you feel that they should balance both?
From the initial topic, I said student and leadership and striking the balance. So it is always good they should balance the two. If they did not balance the two, it's going to affect their future career. For instance, I am a student of a medical laboratory science of Nigeria department in TSU. You see, my first priority is for me to achieve my academic pursuit. I should make sure I achieve that primary aim, what brought me into the institution. But nevertheless, I will have to go in as a student leader. Now I have to learn politics. How is the politics going to help me to achieve this, my career, that worth saving lives in the country, not even the society alone, in the country? Now, I am going to be a lawmaker as a politician, but remember, I'm a professional. As a professional, I will use my vector power, that is as a politician. I use my vector power to bring in equipment that will make the health sector, the medical laboratory sector in the institution to bring up good students, and also the hospitals around. I supply good equipment good chemicals that can give good results, we don't need to go outside. But if you are not into politics, you are just a medical laboratory scientist, when you make requests, it doesn't go viral. You don't know who to meet. You don't know who to even complain to. You don't know who to request. Thereby, you see, you remain stagnant. New knowledge will not come. No new equipment, nothing. Because your head of department will write request to the MD. The MD will see, I can't do it. There is nothing they can do to me.
Okay, so you feel being in a position of influence, like in a political position, can help you as a student whenever you want to make a request for the school management to listen to your plead. So, but what you're trying to say is that if you're not involved in politics, does it mean that the school management cannot listen to your voice?
Well, you know, this is very interesting. There is something about the school management. It doesn't mean that they will not listen to our voice. But you see, there is something in politics. As a student leader, when you have students, you lead students, you have more power than you single entity. That is what I'm trying to portray here.
Okay.
Yes. But if you are not into politics, you are not into unionism, you don't even know how to approach the school management. That is number one. Now, the school management begin to look at you. Who are you? Are you a staff? Okay, you are a student, you are under me. Why should you now request this? Why should I do it? They begin to check a lot of things. But by the time you are a student leader, automatically you are a politician. You know when, where, how to put your request to the school management. And on their toe, they will do it, because they know if they do not do it, what will become of the management will not be a good story.
All right. Thank you very much for that wonderful response. Over to you, Comrade Ephraim. I want to ask you, how can students effectively engage in politics without compromising their academic performance? How can they engage in politics in school while also engaging in their academic work without it affecting their performance?
Well, it has to go with time management and plannings. You know, as a student, you have to have your schedules, your plannings, and your academics timetable as well. You know, as leaders, you are supposed to be a multifaceted person. You should have a lot of tasks on your desk, which should not stop you from doing other things. So you, as a student leader, you have to plan your time for meetings, your political commitment, your leadership commitment should be there, and your time for academics should be there. So even if there are conflicting programs or events, you know, if you have a well-planned event or schedules, so you'll be able to scale through. Yes, it has helped a lot of students leaders as well. So you can plan. If let's assume you have classes in the morning and you know you have meetings maybe in the afternoon. You know, by planning your time, you can go to class, come back, you go to your meetings, and you also have time to read your books. You know, there's no way it will affect your academics.
Okay, I've come across students who have graduated with wonderful results, excellent results, and they also participated in politics. Some of them were LTG presidents, some of them were holding sensitive leadership position while in school. So I feel that that can serve as an encouragement to students who are out there, so they'll be able to balance both academic and also student leadership. Thank you very much for that response. If you are still watching, kindly drop your comments, and we are here to respond to your question and also respond to any challenges that you might be facing. All right, over to the next question. Can students-led political movements drive meaningful social change? Can students-led political movements drive social change in school, in the environment, in the society where they live?
Yes, it can, but it depends on the ideology they pursue such with. Such as, now we talk about social changes in the community where they live. That is, what are those social changes we are talking about? Their interaction within themselves, with the society, that will not bring havoc, right?
Yes.
If I may get you correct. Now, as a student leader who is a politician, that is what you do to bring in students together. For instance, now that we are having hard times in my community where students find it very difficult to have drinking water. Now, I look at it, what are these students in need? This is water. Some of them don't have money to buy those water. Some of them don't even know where they can get this water. What I ought to do, I have to create an avenue whereby I do give away. I go to where they are selling water, I say, okay, when I see thousands of students, I declare free water. Now, these students go back to those that don't have money and broadcast the news that, there is a comrade that is dashing water. Now, when these students hear this, most of them will come out. They will want to come and see who is their comrade. Now, you meeting them there, you interact. They tell you what is their problem. Now, the one you can solve, you solve. The one you cannot solve, you take it further.
Okay, so what you are saying, doing giveaway to students like this will help them, but I feel that's a short-term solution. Can't you find a long-term solution to that particular problem? For example, the issue of lack of water supply.
Yes. If you listen to me correctly, I said the one you can solve with immediate effect, okay, you solve. Then the one that you cannot solve, you take it forward. Now, like we are lacking water now, we have written a proposal to the member, the chairman representing the Adokola local government, that this is the challenge students are facing. One, they are facing the challenge of water. There are serious or massive increment in house rent, which is making life difficult for them. And then there are NEPA, Wahala, Burhaha. They don't give them, yes. This endangers the life of students. So when you write this, you send forward, you publish it on social media, the students will come. Okay, they want to know who is this person. They rush, they check your address, they come and table more predicaments to you. As you interact, you put smile in their face, you crack jokes. You know, as you crack jokes, maybe some are hungry, you declare little things. When they eat, they bring out all their predicaments. As you have your secretary or your PA is noting down those things, at your comfort zone, you sit, you tabulate them, then you forward it in form of request. I bet you, like now, that the chairman and the member Adokola have sat together, they are about sorting the solution of how they can give water all the time in ATC.
All right.
So you see, this way, as a student leader, have a kind of bring sociality within themselves. Some of them that don't even know how to talk, they talk.
All right. Okay, yes. Thank you very much for that wonderful response. Over to you, Comrade Ephraim. I want to ask you, what role should universities or tertiary institutions play in promoting or restricting students' involvement in politics? What role do you think they can play effectively in order to promote student involvement in politics, or also restrict, because there are some schools that also restrict students' involvement in politics because they know that maybe it will cause harm to the higher institution. So what do you feel about this?
All right. I think we begin with the role of promoting students' leadership in politics. So I think the best way the role a school should play in promoting students' involvement in politics should be by organizing seminars and sensitization program, and also encouraging students' involvement in politics, which is not majorly politics but leadership, because it has a major role to play in one's life. The issue we are facing in this country today is caused by maybe the way our leaders could not find a smoother way to learn how leadership is supposed to be, and they have failed to know that leadership is all about empathy and selfless services to the people you govern. It's not about rulership, but it's something you have to sacrifice and serve your people. So I think the school should play a major role on encouraging students' engagement or involvement in politics by sensitization and seminars. Then a way of restricting students' involvement in politics. Most of the universities in this country, they have restrictions on that because students' public involvement in politics causes more harm to the school itself, because we have different political parties in the country. So as such, if a student of a certain university publicly show himself as a political member of a certain party, it brings issue. It gives the school different image. So I think in my previous school, Modibo Adama University, which I graduated, we have strict restriction on partisanship. We only play student inter-school politics, but we don't play outside politics. We don't bring it in school. You can only do it outside, but whatever you do should be students' politics within the school. So it is being moderated to not strictly restricted, but being moderated, informed that you don't play it within the school, but you can do that outside the school.
All right, thank you very much, Comrade Ephraim. We'll go on a short commercial break, and when we come back, student leadership striking the balance continues. Go nowhere. welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Student Leadership, Striking the Balance on Some TV, the Pulse of the Nation. I have two guests in the studio. We have been discussing about student involvement in politics, and they have answered to a great extent about the involvement of students in politics. They have been doing justice to the topic. I want to ask you, Comrade Isaac, what are the implications of students' involvement in politics on their future career and personal development? How do you think it affects them when they want to involve in a career later on in the future? And how does it also affect them in their personal development as well?
Well, this is a very good question, because most of the students, once they are involved in politics, they forget their primary assignment and they forget their future. For instance, these students have, when they be, for instance, if somebody is a president, there is this pride he has. There is this natural pride that comes within him or her. He has this power. He feels there is this power that is in me, I can do and undo. Nobody will touch me. Now the student forgets that he's supposed to study. What belongs to his fellow student, he hijack. For instance, the government will give, let's say, a trailer of bag of rice to share to students. As a president, you divert it. You don't give to students, feeling because you have the power. This destroys your future, because these students are watching you. They have your record. When you come in future to contest anything, they bring that up against you. Your nemesis has catch up with you because of the act you play in those days that you are a student. And you know, when you don't manage time very well, you always procrastinate. You don't read your book. It affects you. You don't even know when to read, when to play. You are always in one office or the other. You are on social activities, going to party. You don't even concentrate to know the pains your students are going through. How can you help them? All you know is yourself. Selfish interest. I call it selfish interest. Now, you are being brought to that place to serve these students, to work for them, to better their life, and you end up bettering your life. There is no integrity in that. It destroys somebody. When you don't have integrity, you don't have time management, you always procrastinate. It affects you, because what you give back to the society is what will be delivered in future. So if you give good reputation, good help to your fellow students, it will not damage your future. But when you treat them badly, trust me, there is no future for you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very, very much. Let us go to Comrade Ephraim. Comrade Ephraim, let me ask you this. Should students be allowed to hold political offices or participate in the decision-making processes within their universities?
Yes, sure. Yeah, sure. Because the leadership career begins there. Everything about leadership, the future, since the youth are the leaders of tomorrow, and students is a great integral part of youth as well. So it begins there. So if they don't begin there, then they won't have much to know about leadership. It should begin there, because there would not be someone who will speak on their behalf, on the behalf of the students to the school management. There will be no mediator between the school management and the students. There will be no voice for the students. and there won't be someone who will take the plight of the student to outside the world or outside leaders, because there are a lot of challenges that students face that are outside the control of the school management. Yes, so most of these things has to be with a collaboration by the student leaders to other political leaders. I remember recently when we were facing tuition fee hike, a lot of students wanted to drop out, and there were this serious issue, and there were no money for them to pay for their tuition fee. So we had to cry out to one of the senators in Adamawa State, Senator Iya Abbas. So fortunately enough, he had to come in. He said, okay, he's helping the students with so we should give him so number of students that is going to clear up their fee for them. It's a very big thing for them, because some of these students are good students, just that they don't have the money to pay for their fees. They are in school.
They are not financially buoyant.
They are not financially buoyant. We have things like that. So if we don't have people who will speak on behalf of this less privileged, then there will be no voice to speak for them. So it's certainly okay for students to have student leaders within the campus.
All right. What are your final words to students regarding their involvement in politics?
Well, I have this for them. If you are a student and you feel your involvement in politics will affect your academics, then you should go back and revisit yourself, look at yourself, and think of the future. Because what we are saying here is about the future, it's not about today. And if you don't do it, I don't do it, who else will do it? That is why we have a lot of people who don't even know what they are doing on leadership mantle today in this country. It's because people who are not supposed, who are supposed, eventually have, make sure you voice of leadership. Why you also, but I could imagine you. Yeah, politics is active. You must be popular. That just for someone to know what you can do. Get the best.
All right, thank you very much. We really appreciate your contribution to today's topic about students' involvement in politics. I hope you have learned so much, viewers. We have come to the end of the program. Catch you same time, same next week on students and leadership, striking the balance. We still have more programs on Some TV, the pulse of the nation. Always watch us. Follow us on Facebook at Some TV and YouTube at Some TV Live. Bye bye for now.